The Apple HomePod Mini is real, it's 99 bucks, and it's coming out next month. Here is everything we know about Apple's newest smart speaker. So Apple held an event today to show off the new 5G iPhone, and they actually kicked off the event with this tiny looking spherical Apple HomePod Mini. There had been rumors and leaks about this thing, but now it's real and it looks kind of cool. It's spherical and has a fabric mesh covering, which is supposedly specifically designed with acoustics in mind, and it's $99. You can start pre-ordering it on November 6th, and it's gonna start shipping on November 16th, so that's pretty soon. And the bigger news is that Apple is jumping in and trying to stay competitive in that smart speaker space. Prior to this, they had the Apple HomePod, which was more expensive than the competitors from Google, from Amazon. The HomePod Mini being 100 bucks is still a little bit more expensive than the Nest Mini, which is 50, the Amazon Echo Dot, which is 50. It's twice the price. But those smaller smart speakers don't sound all that great. So Apple can get an edge here if the sound quality is living up to what's promised. The old HomePod was 350 bucks, so it was really expensive, but it did sound great. And if the HomePod Mini can live up to that, then maybe 100 bucks is worth it. It's still gonna include a whole bunch of cool audio tech. It's gonna have an S5 chip, so it's going to intelligently adapt the audio based on the room it's in, the bass, the volume, to make your music sound as good as possible. It's a sphere, but it's going to be playing audio with 360-degree sound. So 100 bucks is twice the cost of the mini versions of its competitors, but Apple could have the edge if the sound technology lives up to the promise. A couple of other things to note: it can sync with different HomePod Minis throughout your home to play music in time, and if you have two HomePod Minis in the same room, it will automatically start playing your song in stereo, which is kind of cool. You'll be able to hand off music that's playing on your iPhone to the HomePod Mini when you get close, and you'll apparently be getting visual and haptic feedback when that process is occurring. And that interaction with the iPhone, in addition to making the music experience better, is part of the way Apple is talking about using it to make your smart home smarter. So you'll be able to use the HomePod Mini to send a text or make a call. Once you sync it with your iPhone, it'll automatically connect to everything you have set up in the Home app. So that means Apple HomeKit synced up right with the HomePod Mini right away, so you can command the devices you have set up, you can control your scenes, the stuff you'd expect. Beyond that, you can give a command to the HomePod Mini and have that command broadcast to other smart speakers in your home. If that sounds familiar, it's because both Amazon and Google have similar features. You can control which speaker will receive the broadcast or send it to iPhones or iPads with a push notification. Your kids might be upset to learn that that same broadcast can go directly to their AirPods, so Apple's really trying to bring their different devices together and have all of it work seamlessly. The other cool thing is that the HomePod Mini will be able to recognize every voice from every family member in your home. They didn't specify how many voices that is, but if you send a text message, it'll go out on your phone versus your significant other, and you can do that for playlists or checking your calendar and that sort of thing as well. Apple bragged about how Siri is getting 20 times more info and is faster and more responsive than ever, which should make for a better overall HomePod experience. Apple's also going to be integrating HomePod with CarPlay. So if you ask for directions to Target, then that message can pop up on your car's screen when you get in and plug in your phone, which is kind of cool. You can also broadcast messages to your car, and I should stop using the word broadcast because that's Google's word for the same service. Apple is calling it intercom. And finally, Apple talked up the privacy of the HomePod Mini. Nothing you say will be shared without your consent, and you can choose whether to send your information to Apple or not. Also, nothing you say will be associated with your Apple ID, and it won't respond to personal requests unless your phone is in the room, so a handful of nice safeguards that sort of match what the other big companies are doing. Apple showed off the HomePod in both white and space gray. It looks like a pretty good option if you're heavily invested in that Apple ecosystem. If you're not into the Apple ecosystem, well, that $99 price is really gonna waver a lot based on how good it sounds and how seamless all this smart home stuff ends up being. Fortunately, we're not gonna have to wait a whole lot longer for answers. Again, you can pre-order on November 6th, and it's gonna start shipping on November 16th, so we'll know just how good the Apple HomePod Mini is gonna be very soon. Thanks for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to CNET's YouTube channel for much more Apple stuff.